So I want to thank Caribbean Fire. We know who he is, this brother. He wanted me to do this video about this particular story, and when I read it, I had to laugh because it is so ridiculous. So let's get started. Black woman reveals how Donald Trump is ruining her interracial marriage. Let's close in on this here. Okay. It says, my white Republican husband is starting to hate me because the longer we live through this administration, the blacker I become. A heartbroken Maryland woman wrote on Twitter over the weekend. Her confession sparked debate after she revealed how President Trump and right-wing media are straining her marriage. In a Twitter rant on Saturday, a woman by the name of Glass Butterfly shared the challenges of interracial marriage in the age of Trump. Let's see. So these are her tweets here.
My white Republican husband is starting to hate me because I no longer live through this administration.
Whoa, we should actually go back. Rewind. You gotta do this the right way when you do videos like this, bro. Okay, here we go.
My white Republican husband is starting to hate me because the longer we live through this administration, the blacker I become. Any interracially and opposing politically affiliated couples going through this? Like, I have no idea how to balance who we are or becoming.
Glass Butterfly. Let's move down, shall we? Okay, here we go. And this is Glass Butterfly right here.
I fake dreaded my hair. I wear African garb. I talk about the good fight. I'm the last person he wants to be involved with. If this is a test, he is failing miserably. Miserably.
Yeah, I'm pretty much sure that's how they... Yeah, let's keep going. I'm just making this video because I was requested. I'm doing it all good fun. It's not for hate. It's for fun because this is somebody requested this from for me to do. So let's look at these tweets here. She said, "What's weird? Everything I do for him and our household is starting to be followed by derogatory comments towards me, and I'm starting to feel like I'm sucking Masa's dick, so I won't get 40 lashings. And I start to think it is the right media." Or has this always been who he is? I'm gonna comment on this in a minute, ladies and gentlemen, because this woman is absolutely fucking stupid. And I mean that in the most respectful way possible. Alright. I didn't realize this tweet would get this much attention. I didn't even know how to answer. I don't even know how to answer everyone as I am new to Twitter. Oh my god, you kidding me? Thank you all for your advice and love. It made me cry. I'm trying to come to terms with who my husband really is, and it hurts. It's hard and I'm confused. Alright, let's go down here. Alright, so it says, I'm not going to read that other part again. The woman's post quickly went viral as folks offered advice on how to deal with her predicament. Okay, let's see. Well, this is basically the same. Okay, here we go. There's more stuff here. So it says, you married a white Republican. What did you expect? Wrote one white male Twitter user. Wow, right? A white male wrote that. Another user commented, excuse me, sis? You're still with him? I'm confused. Where's your self-worth? She doesn't have any. I'll talk about that in a few minutes. A third wrote, okay, first thought, why did you marry a white Republican? Second thought, he was a racist regardless of Trump. Perhaps he just wanted to own a black wife. Okay. Crude, I'm sure, but something to think about. Another comment, you are a very beautiful young woman, so yes, be true to yourself, and if he becomes abusive, then really try to find a way out. So don't worry about him being racist towards you, but when he puts his hands on you, then you can leave, right? You fucking idiot. All right. I'm not even going to read the rest of that shit. It's so stupid. And yet another Twitter user commented under the post, no one made him feel something that wasn't already there. Exactly. Once you became someone that maybe his peers didn't agree with, he started treating you as less than you are. You know the answer. Yes, she does. You're just looking for us to give you a different ending. There isn't one. I'm sorry. Absolutely right. Absolutely true. As I said, this is a request, and this is Twitter. This is free to the open to the public, so I'm not invading anybody's privacy. This is Glass Butterfly right here. Okay, this is her right here. So this woman, I mean, what I'm hearing here sounds so ridiculous and outlandish that almost doesn't sound true, but there are actually black men out there and black women out there that swirl, we know that are in denial of racist partners who are not black. I mean, they don't think that it's possible, and it is. This woman is basically saying that the Trump administration, the Trump era, his reign as president is making her marriage, racist, and her interracial marriage is really suffering from her racist white Republican husband. Her husband has always been racist. I guess she just finding this out now, or she saw the signs before, and she just ignored them, like most of these women do, most of these men do. Okay. The shit that she's saying here about that she's sucking his, I'm not gonna go back there. That's disgusting. Okay. I mean, the stuff that she is just saying about what this guy is doing and how he's reacting and the way he's treating her. This is what a man who has that already in his heart would do. He don't look at you as a person. He looks at you as a possession. He looks at you as a dog, less than a human being. That's why he's treating you like trash. I don't understand how you sisters out here will always call out black men on what they do, but you don't call out these white dudes on what they do. You don't even talk about the sisters that you so-called love in a sisterhood that get treated like this by white men or get killed by white men. You don't do that. You only want to tell me and other men who love black women, actually, that we're the problem, that we always do wrong. There's never anybody else do wrong. It's always the black man does wrong. Right. But you see, this woman right here is being treated like shit, and she wonders why she's being treated like shit. First of all, she has no self-respect. Second of all, she must really just continuously ignore the signs, and just, like I said, she must have ignored the signs earlier on and just actually open her eyes. Now I don't know how long it takes you to open your eyes to someone that's racist. It's easy to see that, because there are plenty of racist white men out there that can't stand black people. But if you think they ain't gonna pass up a chance to have sex with a black woman, you think they ain't gonna take that chance if it's given to them? Come on, man. Got a bit of a development here. It says 9 hours ago, I guess. This is 9 hours ago. It says August 19th, actually. Okay. It says she's talking about her husband. He's not the greatest communicator. I'm left with just my feelings. I love him. I know he loves me. And for the black delegation with all the hate spewing, shame on you. And I'll be praying goodness eventually find your heart. This world is filled with too much hate already. So, shame on the black people that are telling you this man is racist, but no shame on your husband that is a fucking racist, right? So, she just says basically he's not the greatest communicator, but she's left with her feelings, and she loves him, and she knows that he loves her. But meanwhile, while making excuses for him, she's telling the rest of the black people that were on Twitter that were telling her their opinion because she put her shit out there for everybody to fucking see that they're full of hate. This is the kind of behavior that these women have that go to these types of men. And equally, black men that go to these types of women in other communities, okay? They don't see the wrong that these people do. They only see the wrong that their people do. And that, to me, is bullshit. It really is. You're literally out here sharing all your information about your husband being a white Republican and that your marriage is being ruined by Trump. Trump didn't start racism. Trump is a racist, yeah. But he didn't start racism. Racism existed before he was alive. Your husband was racist before Trump was even in office. See, the problem with these swirlers is that they think because a white man has chosen them that they got a man who's not racist. I don't understand the reasoning of this. Did you not look at history? You knew that these slave masters didn't like black people, but they slept with the black women. They, in some cases, slept with the black men. This woman is doing nothing but literally putting her shit out there on the doorstep, out front, for everybody, on the front lawn for everybody to see. Then when she asks people's opinions and all these opinions come at her, especially from black people, she gives them nothing but vitriol and ridiculing them for giving their opinions on what the situation that she's going through. So apparently it doesn't matter if the man is racist, you're still going to be with him. So why the fuck did you even tweet? Why did you bother complaining about the man being racist and that your marriage is being ruined? You call him massa. You're talking about you're fighting a good fight and you put on African garb and he doesn't like the person that you are. So you love being black, or you supposedly love being black, but when he sees you doing shit like this, he has a problem with it, and you think that's okay for him to call you out on that, even though that's what you want to do. So when black people are saying, get away from him, girl, or he's racist, you don't want our opinion. You make excuses for him and says that he's not the greatest communicator and you love him and you know he loves you. Okay, like I said before. That's an excuse. It's an excuse. You're excusing his behavior and then you're making light of it and then telling us as black people who are commenting on what you put out there for everybody to see that we're wrong, calling him hateful. And then this shit here at the end, she says, I'll be praying goodness eventually finds your heart. You should be praying that goodness finds your fucking husband's heart, because apparently he has a lot of fucking hate in his heart. And then she says the world is filled with too much hate already. Yeah, it is. It is. The hate needs to go away. But your husband is hate. He has hate in his heart as well. He has just as much as hate for your people as much as any other person outside of our community has hate for us. And some people in our community has hate for us as well. I mean, this is ridiculous. Ridiculous. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not grasping the straws here. I didn't even know nothing about this story until Caribbean Fire told me about it, so I happened to catch the link and went to Google and checked it out. And like I said, after reading this, it just shows me how foolish this woman is. And the really sad part about this whole thing is that swirling women will always hate me for calling out, what a white man does. And I also talk about what black men do because I don't give them a break either. But the thing that constantly makes me the most angry about the swirling community is the fact that the tale of non-black men being the best choice is always being told. But when it comes to what non-black men do violently or negatively towards black women, that's never discussed. Not in full detail. There's never a full discussion about it at all. I don't have to go to a swirling channel to know that. I know damn well the swirlers don't talk about that because it ruins the image of what they are trying to build. The trend that they are trying to continue to go on. That's eventually going to crumble and fall. This woman is deluded. This woman is a fool. And the fact that she put herself out there and complained about this situation and then gets, responses and then doesn't like the response she gets from black people especially and tells them that they need to get love in their hearts and she'll pray for them, and their husband is just a bad communicator. Her husband is not a bad communicator at all. Her husband communicated exactly the way he wanted to communicate. He communicated his hatred for black people. He communicated his hatred towards anything that is black. Any kind of self-love that she would have for herself. When she mentioned putting on African garb and fighting a good fight, he didn't like it. Because he wants her to be just like him and have the same mindset as him. Unfortunately, this woman, she's pretty, I'll give her that much. But she has a lot of low self-esteem. A lot of low self-esteem indeed. And the fact that she is still staying with this man, despite him treating her like shit, when she would not, she probably wouldn't even do it with a black man. It's just very telling. And it reminds me of the story that I talked about a couple of days ago with the black woman that wanted to role play as a slave. And her white boyfriend said no, but then proceeded to spit in her face, still treating her like a slave. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That woman who got spit in the face is still with that white man, okay? She's still with him despite him showing that he has absolutely no respect for her, because you don't respect anybody. You spit in somebody's face, you have no respect for them at all. You don't. And if you're a white man in a relationship with a black woman and you are literally having a problem with her, exerting her blackness, then that is your problem. And you obviously don't want to be with her because you don't respect her culture and you don't respect who she is. This is why interracial dating does not work, because people don't take the time to understand each other or have respect for each other's culture. I really feel bad for the sisters out there who continue to swirl because they think it's the best thing since sliced bread, but it's always going to be their problem. It's going to be the black men out there who do it too. It's going to be their problem. I always call out both sides, regardless of who comes to my channel and tells me that I only talk about one side. I talk about black men that do it, and I talk about black women that do it. What you need to do besides come to my channel and telling me who I need to talk about and that I shouldn't be talking about this person, shouldn't be talking about this swirling person, this and that. How about you people who come here and swirl and get, have hatred for me? Why don't you go back to your swirling channels and talk about the black women that lost their lives to the swirling men, to swirling with those men that you say are the greatest men on the earth? Because I know about black men killing black women. I know about black women killing black men. I know nobody's perfect in this community, but when you literally just demonize all black men and make other men like they're the best thing, that's a lie. It really is, and it's pathetic. But y'all never gonna call that out because you don't want to. That ruins the image of swirling. Swirling is supposed to be this wonderful fairy tale thing. And if you sully it with this disgusting and horrible treatment of black women by non-black men, it's not gonna work, right? I understand. 2 examples of 2 idiots that swirled. That's all I can tell you. This woman here, and then the one who swirled last week, who was swirling already, still swirling now, who got spit in the face and still stays with the man that treats her like a slave anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm done. We do need a lot more love in this world. We definitely do, because there's too much hatred. But when you are putting yourself in a situation like this, you are just... It's just sad to me. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm out.